What's up, guys? My name's Chris Warren from Warrior Time, and I'm here to deliver you my top 3 picks. Now, every year, sometimes it seems like every day, people ask me the same thing. What Rolex models are actually worth collecting right now? And look, Rolex makes hundreds of configurations, but let's be honest, not all of them are going to hold a lot of value or appreciate in value because they're mass produced. And definitely not all of them are collectible. So today I'm breaking down the top 3 Rolex watches worth collecting. Pieces that not only look incredible, but have the kind of long-term, that's the key, long-term value and brand story that make them true collector watches. And hey, if you're looking for any of these to add to your collection, check out the Warrior Time store. Our link is in the detailed description below. All right, let's start with the Rolex Datejust 16013. All right, listen, we're starting this list with a classic, the Rolex Datejust 16013. Now, I know some of you might think, really? It's just a Datejust, but hear me out. The 16013 is one of those watches that quietly built Rolex's reputation in the 70s and 80s. It's got that two-tone look, stainless steel, gold, that iconic fluted bezel, vintage charm, but still totally wearable today. This reference came out in the 70s and ran through the mid 80s. What's cool about it is it's one of those first Datejust to feature the quick set date, which sounds minor, but back in the day, that was a game changer. Collectors love the champagne dials, the pie pan shapes, and that warm patina that these watches can develop over time. Now, here's the thing. The 16013 isn't about flex. It's about character. And it's the kind of watch that says you appreciate Rolex for its history, not just the hype. And the best part, you can still get great examples at a fraction of what modern steel sports models cost. So if you're just starting to build your collection, this is one of the smartest entry points you can make. And the cool part about the 16013 is it costs the same today as it did in the 70s. Your money is very safe in this watch. You're not going to make a lot on it. You can maybe make a little depending on the price of gold, but that's a pretty cool point when it comes to collectability. Now, number 2, all right, we've talked about this extensively before on this channel in several shows, the Rolex Submariner 116610 LV, the Hulk. This one's interesting because for years, people really didn't know what to think about it. When Rolex dropped the Hulk, some said the green dial and ceramic bezel were too much. But fast forward to now, it's one of the most sought after Submariners on the market, if not the most sought after. The color combination is bold, but it works. The sunburst green dial just kind of like dances in the light. It's one of these pieces that looks completely different indoors versus outdoors in the sun. And interesting to note, there are 3 variations of the dial and bezel. They're called marks, Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, and all of them are slightly different colored. It's powered by the caliber 3135 bulletproof movement and built like a tank with a solid link oyster bracelet and glide lock clasp, which is personally my favorite from Rolex. The Hulk was discontinued in 2020, replaced by the Starbucks, but the LV still stands on its own. And honestly, the discontinuation just made it that much more collectible. Here's my take. If you're into Rolex and you want a watch that combines modern quality with rare-ish discontinued appeal, the Hulk is a no-brainer. Prices have fluctuated a bit, but long-term, it's a solid hold, especially if you can find it in good condition with a new green card. And number 1, the Rolex Submariner 116619 LB, the Smurf. All right, this one, in my opinion, is one of the coolest modern Rolexes ever made. The 116619 LB, better known as the Smurf. Why is it nicknamed the Smurf? It's the color, the vibrant blue dial and blue ceramic bezel against 18-karat white gold case and bracelet. What's special here is the contrast. You get a tool watch DNA of the Submariner, but dressed up in precious metal. So on the wrist, it looks sporty. but when you pick it up, the weight reminds you this isn't stainless steel. This is a serious Rolex. It was in production from 2008 to 2020, and during that run, it quietly built a cult following. When Rolex discontinued it and replaced it with the 126619, which now has a black dial and is known as the Cookie Monster, the Smurf became a bit of a collector's piece. It's understated luxury. Most people won't even realize it's white gold. It looks stainless steel. Until they see it up close, they might realize it. And that's the beauty of it. Collectors love the Smurf because it's not about hype. It's about refinement. It's one of those watches that gets better the more you learn about it. And if you get the chance to own one, do it. It's not just a blue sub. It's one of Rolex's best blends of sports and sophistication. Now, this is not disclosed by Rolex. However, I have seen production numbers of the Rolex models over the past 20 years. The Smurf, it's not confirmed by Rolex, but has a very low production number in comparison to, say, the Submariner or the Daytona. It's been argued that there's maybe only a couple thousand of these made, maybe a few thousand, in comparison to hundreds of thousands of Daytonas produced a year. So it is very collectible. So there you have it. There's my top 3 Rolex watches worth collecting in 2025. The vintage charm of the 16013, the modern icon that is the Hulk, and the luxury powerhouse Smurf. Let me know which one your favorite is. Drop the comment below. We can always do more reviews on your favorites, but I need to know what they are. And if there's another Rolex that you think deserves a spotlight on the list, let us know. And if you're ready to add one of these to your collection, check out the link in the show notes below to our store. We have them in stock. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Staying here to watch more, check out some of our other videos on AP and Rolexes right here on the channel. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.